Hey, what is happening, everybody? MG here, MG Covers, bringing you a brand new sports handicapping video. The title of this video is How to Create a Consistent Process for Sports Handicapping. Super excited about this video. I think it's going to help a lot of you guys. Sort of been a review for me. Before we get into the video, as always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching one of my videos. A ton of content on sports handicapping, how to do it. A lot of different sports, a lot of different playlists. So if you're looking to truly learn about the sports handicapping business and learn to get better, to improve, this is a great channel to subscribe to. If you follow me on all of these social media outlets, I am MG Covers, Covers spelled with a Z. Today is Free Friday, so if you follow me on Instagram, I've released all of my lines for all of these soccer matches for English Premier League, Bundesliga, Spain, Series A, as well as the English Premier League. So if you just follow me on Instagram, you'll get access to all of those, my lines, which is we're going to use an example from Soccer Today for the video. So that being said, title of this video, how to create a consistent process for sports handicapping. And if you apply or think about this concept in other areas, most people that are good at are consistent at work out at the same time every single day. They have a consistent process. Some people are better. Some people work out late at night. Kids go to bed, everybody's asleep. They work out late at night. Some people get up early in the morning. Maybe they work out at 5 a.m. But the point is they have a process and do the same thing every single day. People that invest are trying to save money. They're consistent with that. They don't say, hey, I'm going to put $100 away this month. Oh, I don't have any money left over this month. Nope. They put the same amount every single month away. They have a consistent process. This is true in sports betting and what I'm going to get to and what I'm going to dive into now. All right, so first I want to look at, I'll have to lean up. This is just started wagering on soccer again. And those of you that follow me for any length of time, I created this model about 2.5 years ago, and I've had several tweaks to it. And I just started what I'll call ghost wagers. I'm not wagering real money, but I am releasing these plays to clients, and we are currently 5-3, up 1.51 units. Hit a really nice draw yesterday for 235, I think it was. And one of the reasons we get this off the screen, the success I'm having is, again, I'm having a consistent process. I think so many times in handicapping, we may overreact to it. You see this a lot at NBA. Maybe a star player's out. They announce that he's not going to play late. Then the line will move hard against that particular team. And what that is, that team's overreacting. They're overreacting to that one example. And you just cannot do that in sports handicapping. The way I like to say it is you have to consider and factor everything, but never overreact to one thing. So having a process is very, very important, which I'm going to show you my complete process for handicapping soccer. And one of the reasons I've had success here in this week, starting back wagering. All right, so we're going to look at a specific game. This is from the Spain League, Valencia and Eibar. You can see here the way I create my lines. We have Valencia as a 11-point goal differential favorite. And I factor goal differential a lot different than what you see on a lot of these soccer betting sites. So I have Valencia as a 11-point goal differential, which means technically they're scoring 11 more goals than Eibar is. The line I have for Valencia is -117. The line I have for Eibar is 564. Now, the very first thing that I always do, and this is important, is you have to look at my line or the line you have for your stat model compared to the sportsbook line. Okay, so I'm going to write this down because I'm going to take this off screen so that I'll see it. Eibar is 564. All right, so we go, and this is from sportsbookreview.com. We're looking at the Pinnacle book, and you can see here that Valencia opened up at +116. Now it's moved to 189. So this line has moved against Valencia. However, we have Valencia as -117, our power ranking or our line, and it's +189. So we have value in favor of Valencia. The draw line opened at 254. It's 248. So the line has moved in favor of the draw. And Eber, you can see, opened at plus 224, and it's moved all the way down to 152. So the line movement favors the draw line and favors Eber. Okay. But again, we're not necessarily going to move in the direction of the line movement in this case, but we are factoring it. Again, we have a process. So where we're at right now is, via my power rankings, we have value with Valencia. All right. We probably wouldn't play, just based on my line, we wouldn't play the draw line, nor would we play Eber in this case. So we have to, but we're not going to make a decision yet, right? Because we're not finished our process. So our next step is we're going to look at, here's what I'll do. The next step is we're going to read a preview. I'm not going to show that preview to you, but we're going to talk about sort of what's going, the sort of like the backstory. And I highly recommend reading a lot of previews. I'll give you 2 good sites you can go to read previews for soccer. WhoScored.com gives really good previews. They show injuries. They give sort of a write-up, just so you can get a very good macro perspective of that match. Now, the big storyline here is Valencia's season, very disappointing overall. And looking at their form, they've only won 1 of their last 5 matches overall. Eber is fighting for their life. They're 3 points from safety. And if you're new to soccer, what that means is they're on the verge of not being able to stay in the laliga league. So they are scratching and clawing to stay there. And they've done really well. They've won 2 of their last 3 matches, 1-2 and drawn once. So that right there lets me know that's what's driving that line. And I think, in my opinion, I think people are probably, and you're going to see why here in a second, are overreacting to that situation. Just because a team is motivated doesn't mean necessarily they're going to win. Does that give them an edge? Probably so. But again, remember, we can't overreact to anything. That's important to know, right? And I'll give you another example. Earlier, Fulham this week, we played against them. They were fighting to stay in the English Premier League. Guess what? They lost. Didn't even score a goal. I think they lost 2-0. We played against them in that particular scenario. So sometimes understanding why a line is moving is very important. And I think this is a sort of a public move in a lot of ways, where they're overreacting to that movement. So let's take a look at this next screen. Okay, this is a very important, is realizing in soccer which team is home and which team is away. Valencia in this case is at home, and you can see they are very, very good at home. This is their last 10 matches. They've only lost 1 match at home in the last 10, so it's a very solid team at home, and this definitely matters in soccer. For whatever reason, some teams are really good at home. Some teams are good at home and absolutely terrible on the road. But you can see in this, over there to the right on this, and I'm at, this is flashscore.com if anybody's curious. Really good site. Again, they haven't done well recently, so their recent form, that would be definitely a strike against Valencia in this case. Because they've only won 1 of those last 4. You see that loss there and 2 draws. But overall, this team's very good at home, right? All right, so let's take a look at Eber here in this case. And this is what's really interesting. Check this out. Even though they've won 2 of the last 3, they are not a good team on the road at all. They had that 1 win there, but outside of that, got blown out 4-1, blown out 5-0, blown out 2-0, had a draw, a couple draws, lost a close one there. So this team struggles mightily to score on the road. And take this off the screen here. So just sort of process this, and again, which is the title of this video. So we look at everything, and when I'm handicapping this and not making a video, this is a much longer, much thorough process. I would read several reviews. In fact, WhoScored.com doesn't have a review up yet, so I want to check for injuries. But just based on the information and the process I have, we're looking at my power rankings have Valencia as the favorite. We're getting a ton of value at plus 189 for them to win. In my opinion, I think the public's overreacting to Eber, because what we can look at now, they've only won 1 out of their last 10 matches on the road. So I don't think it's realistic to think they can win this match on the road. Even though they won 2 of the last 3, I just don't think they're as good of a soccer team as Valencia, based on the information that I've shown you so far. So again, so the way that I might process this is I've made another video about this, is we would play half a unit for Valencia to win and half a unit on the draw. Because again, I think it's going to be very difficult for Eber to win this match on the road just based on their previous track record. Even though they are motivated, I think that's a good way to do it. So let's take a look at how this would structure. So if we're playing a half unit, and what I mean by a half unit, let's say you're wagering, your unit size is $100. That's a good example to use. You would wager $50 on Valencia to win, $50 on the match to draw, and how this would shake out. So let's say that Valencia, in this case, wins. All right, so 189, so we would win that one. We would lose the draw. So 189 minus 100 would be 0.89 units, and divided by 2, because we only wagered a half unit, we would win $44. So again, what you have to remember too in soccer, there's 3 different scenarios in soccer. You have the home team can win, the away team can win, and the match can draw. So in this particular wager structure, we're covering 2 of the 3 scenarios. So if Valencia would win, you would be up 0.44 units. And then this example shows the money if the match would draw, which you would make considerably more. So 240 on the draw. You lose the Valencia to win line, so that's 140. We only wagered a half unit, so divide by 2, so we would win $70 in that scenario. And of course, worst case scenario, if this match, if Eber was to win, then you would simply be down a unit. So hopefully this sort of gives you an idea of how of having a process and never overreacting to one specific, whether it's line movement, an injury, etc. Again, we want to consider everything. And again, I'm still not finished handicapping this game, but wanted to make this video to help you with handicapping. So again, to review, just have a process. Do it the same way every single time. Never overreact to any one specific factor in sports handicapping. And if you do that, I think you'll be a lot more successful. And again, if you want to become a client, you can have access to all of my power rankings every single day for Major League Baseball, for soccer. We still have NBA going on right now. You get access for $29.95 per month. There's a link in the description box if you want all of my power rankings. And in addition to that, all of my plays, that's $49.95 a month. Or you can join for an entire year. That's the best value. You'll save about $300 a year, and you can get everything on my site, all my plays, coaching videos, power rankings, all my lines for $2.99 for an entire year. That's the best value there. Hopefully this video helps, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.